Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions of the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Mike. Let's pull the pin.
Let's do it. And what are we pulling the pin on today?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about that Asian hate bill that was recently passed.
Why do Asians hate Bill?
I don't know. You talking about Clinton or Cosby or?
I don't know. That's just odd.
Yeah.
A whole group of people hate one guy?
Well, it's actually, I think it's the anti-Asian hate bill.
Oh.
Against
Asians who hate Bill?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So we don't like Asians who hate Bill. I got it. This is
Right.
easy.
Right.
Yeah,
But no, I thought it was it went through all branches of whatever, and the votes was unanimous, and I was like, wow, that was quick.
So,
You know?
okay. So you're saying unanimously we all agree we shouldn't hate people?
Oh God.
Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the House passed it unanimously, so they unanimously say we shouldn't hate Asian
Right.
because
So
of the COVID-19.
oh, but for any
Yeah.
reason, can we just
No,
any
just
reason maybe?
COVID-19.
No. Oh, just the
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's okay to hate them outside of COVID?
Yeah, you can't just don't blame them for blaming Asian people for the COVID
Oh,
coming to the U.S. So, you know,
oh, that's part of the bill.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Even though now they're finding out that the thing did come from China.
yeah, but still, it would be wrong to
Say it.
say it and hate on people or physically
Oh.
harm them because of such.
Oh. Okay. So we're right. We could dislike them because they unleashed a virus on us,
Right?
or is this just the people of
No,
China, or just
no,
people
this
on the
is
left?
all. This is all
All Asians.
all Asians. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Does that include Caucasians?
No,
No, you're allowed to
no.
hate them still. All right.
Oh,
I, I just want to make sure. I want to make sure
well,
we're
I
on
will
board here.
speak about one that I just despise. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we hope you never meet them.
Yeah, but no. What are your thoughts about that though?
Well, I think it's kind of ridiculous, period, just to have any bill against hating anybody. Like, I mean, that's
Right.
like, we should all tie our shoes. Like, what? Like, duh. Like, why do we need a bill to hate or against hate? Like, really? Like, and to top it off, I think, like, there's been a movement against religion, right? There's been a ban of getting religion out of things and God out of all this play, right? Which God preaches about not hating people. So you're taking that out, and now you're creating a bill to say we shouldn't hate people regardless of the reason.
Right.
There's something more to it. Obviously, something's up, and I would probably venture to say that this has got a lot to do with what's coming out now about the truth about the coronavirus and where it was founded and all that stuff. So I just
So
find it really odd.
you saying you believe that being that the truth is coming out now, they passed this real quick to try to stop the violence against Asians because of what's coming out?
Well, no. I mean, there are already laws against violence, right? Like
Right.
there are already laws. Like, what do we need a bill to stop people from assaulting people? Like, we don't need a bill, regardless what color they are, what
So
race they're in.
right. So are you saying that it should be anti all hate bill?
I'm just saying, what do we need it for? What is it
I'm just
for?
asking.
Yeah, I don't understand what it's for. Maybe I don't really know what's in it. So maybe
Well,
you
if
can.
you like the VP said, a year ago or so, they tried to introduce this bill, and it was like 1,000 something cases of Asian hate crimes, and since then it's been 6,000 and some change of crimes against Asians. I guess directly affiliated with the COVID coming over to the U.S. And I'm like, okay, all right, but you still have laws against that anyway. So what exactly is this going to do? And now they're talking about expediting the Department of Justice being able to expedite the I guess the trial process.
Right. So I know we've had conversations before about the hate crimes
Right.
and how I think we both agreed that we're really kind of confused on what really that means. Maybe you could, reiterate your opinion on that. But I don't understand why we need a hate crime to a crime. It's already a crime. I mean, it's already,
Right.
if you did it out of hate, duh. So, and
Well, yeah,
then,
it's like we said, if I kill you, it's like okay, but if you kill me, it's like that was a hate crime.
right, right, because
Yeah,
you love me, that's why you killed me. I get that. Like, it's totally common sense to me. You wouldn't kill me unless you love me, right? But I would have to hate you to kill you. Right, I
yeah,
get it.
they attach emotion to it when it's a certain race against another race.
Right, right, which is exactly what they're doing now, and which is really strange because didn't we like put Japanese people in camps during a certain incident? I mean, like,
Yeah,
was there a bill back then or what? Did
nah, they just did it.
they just said, "Hey, the heck with the bill. We don't need a bill. Let's just put these
Right,
guys in camps."
right.
Right. So now all of a sudden we need a anti
Asian hate
Asian
bill.
hate.
That's when the hate or the violence is committed. It's directly related to COVID, I guess. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I'll just go on the record right now. I love Asians. Okay, I don't need a bill. I don't need any of that stuff. I love Asians. I doesn't mean I won't hate one that I don't like, but I guess I just won't tell anybody now because there's a bill against it.
Well, as long as you don't say I hate them for I hate this particular Asian because they assisted in bringing COVID over. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of
Oh,
weird.
is it got to be specifically tied to COVID?
Yeah, yeah. At
Specific.
least that's what the bill
So
says.
okay, so let me see. So am I allowed to say Asian people, like Asian people in China specifically, were responsible for this?
No, I think that would be. You should say some Asian people were
Can I say
responsible.
particular Asian people were responsible for this?
Yeah, and if you have a
As long as
name,
I
I
don't
would throw out the
hate
name.
them, but as long as I don't
Well,
hate them.
that's not a violent act or any type of discrimination against them. You know, and that's what the bill was passed about. I guess I don't
So,
know, man.
so really, the real question is, what is the real intent of the bill? I mean,
Yeah.
we could, I guess we could break down the letter of it, what's written in it, but really, the
hmm
intent is what? Is the intent is to stop people from hating Asian people because the Chinese virus came from China?
I think it's an attempt to it's an attempt to broaden your base politically.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's all
confusing.
about getting votes. I
Yeah,
call it
because
like I see it.
like I said, we were in law enforcement, right? And I can say jaywalking, all right. We don't really enforce jaywalking a lot, but what was the intent of a law like jaywalking? It's to keep people from doing stupid things like crossing in the middle of the street where cars aren't expecting them and they get run over. So it's for their safety, or at least that's the justification
Right.
for the intent of the law. Now, the letter of the law may be convoluted and say, "Oh, you're outside the crosswalk, so therefore you're
Yeah.
jaywalking." That's where people get stupid. But the intent was to protect people, to save their lives. So is the intent of this to protect Asian people?
Yeah.
So if the law of assault or battery or whatever your state or whatever, is that not protecting people?
Right. All you have to do is enforce the laws that are already there.
So yeah, I'm just confused. What do
Yeah.
we need a whole bill for? Just to
I have
say
no idea. I
you're a
have no
worse
idea.
person if you do it to somebody from this race? Like, I don't know, dude. Like I
Yeah.
said, and that's just that's the common sense breakdown of it. Now, if you want to talk about the political breakdown of it, what do you think the political angle is? Like
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 I
I said,
said, it's all to get more votes.
so they're trying to win over the Asian people and saying, "Hey, we're protecting you. We're
Yeah.
looking out for you."
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. How long have was another demographic? I'm not going to mention any specific demographics like African Americans, but how long has any other demographic been complaining about crimes against African Americans? Unjust crimes against them, right? I don't know what a just crime would be, but unjust crimes against African Americans, assault, when they don't receive due process, you name it. And
Right.
now they have 7,000 incidents of hate crimes against Asians. At least that's what they say, directly related to COVID. And I'm like, okay, if I show you 7,000 cases directly related to racism, right?
Mm,
against African Americans or Hispanics or just a different, will you create another bill?
no.
And the fact of the matter that it passed like 90 something to one, I was like, God Lord, that was quick. In the time
Yeah.
span of what? 1 year. 1 year. It's like it's the same thing they did with the vaccine, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I said
You
there's
know?
got to be another angle. I mean, what
Yeah.
is it? Wasn't there Jewish people like in New York and all over, but that were, I mean, this was happening to them. I don't remember a bill.
No.
And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was a bill, but I don't remember any rush to the stand to say, "Hey, we need to protect these people." I don't remember that.
Right. But it's like I said, if you enforce the laws that are already there, wouldn't you be protecting these same people? Or as most people would like to say, all people?
Right, right.
Yeah, that's the only issue. I don't have an issue against Asians. I'm like, damn, it's once again my favorite group of people, politicians.
Yeah, there
They
should be
sit
a
there, yeah, they sit there and they're pandering to a base and they're trying to expand their base, you know? And my thing is, once again, if you enforce the laws that are there, you'll protect all people. That's what they're designed for. But
right.
now to have this separate for just a certain demographic, I have issue with that. Especially when you have others in this country who have been complaining about the same type of hate coming to them and nothing has been passed. Specifically for them.
Right. Well, let's look at another angle. Let's just say this COVID virus. They find out, which they already are, that it came out of a lab in China. So do you need to pass a bill to tell people that just because this came from China doesn't mean you hate all Asians? Like, even if it was an intentional attack by China, even
Right.
if it was, like, let's just say go all out on the whole limb and say China put this together and they attacked the world with this virus. Now, that's a direct attack on us. Okay, you can even say, oh, it might lead to a war, whatever. But does that mean you hate Chinese people here in America? Like, is that, does, I mean, does that need, do you need a bill to know that? Like,
No,
if you,
no,
even
no,
if
no,
China
no, no.
did this and you know your neighbor's Chinese, do you go to your neighbor and say, I can't talk to you anymore because the country where you came from?
I will just tackle on to something you said earlier.
What's that?
For the stupid people here, yeah, you do. Because
Well,
for someone to do that, they're stupid, right?
right.
So that's why,
And
these
that's what I was
bills are
kind of
made.
getting at. I was getting at
Yeah,
that because it is for stupid people. It's for
yeah,
stupid people that think that just because somebody's Chinese, I mean, we saw it with the Muslim stuff, right?
yeah,
People
yeah,
thought, oh, they're just because they're Muslim, they're going to attack. And with the sleeper cells, there may have been reason to be concerned. It doesn't give you reason to attack anybody,
right,
but you could be concerned. I mean, if you want, if your neighbor's Chinese and you see him walking out with two vials that looks like maybe okay, say something, but you don't
right,
attack them. You know what I mean? Like, but the stupid people aren't going to be reading the bill. They're not going to even know the bill exists or care about the bill.
right.
It's just like banning guns from criminals. Like, why would you need a bill to tell the stupid people what to do? Like, I
If
don't
they're
get
a
it.
criminal, they're gonna get it anyway and
Yeah,
commit crimes.
like we're gonna need an anti-politician hate bill or something because, well, no,
No,
people
just
don't
take the
hate
word
them.
hate out. Just anti-politicians, fine.
Yeah, but people aren't gonna. They're still gonna fall lockstep and be like, "Oh, well, the government said it."
Yeah,
And it's funny too because it's sad. Is I don't want to pounce on the stupid people because I really hate calling people stupid because some people are just ignorant, some people just naive. But
and some people are stupid.
and there's a lot. I think there's more stupid people than I want to admit to. But I did see that. I saw a lot of videos. There's a guy out there who does those man on the street videos and he talks to people about stuff and it's just amazing what these people just don't know.
Mm.
And it's really like common sense don't know stuff.
Yeah.
Like back to the I know the one was a black guy. What's his name? Ari or something. I don't know, but he does these on the streets and I saw it and I mean there were people saying like black people don't have access to the internet and like and they
Oh
believe
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
Right?
seen
You
that
saw
one.
it up top. Like they
Yeah,
believe it. Like where do these people grow up? Like in a mansion and
yeah.
they
And
never
it's
leave?
also where do they get their information?
Sure.
Yeah,
So I don't know, man. I don't. Yeah. I don't know the angle here. I'd like to know the political angle, but if you're saying it passed by that much, then that means even Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter what side you're on.
Yeah, and that's scary.
So it may
They
mean
all
nothing then.
felt like
Well, it
they
might
needed
be
to
just
protect
fluff.
Asians.
It might be just fluff then. I mean, let's be real. It might just be fluff to say, yeah, we agree with you. So the Republicans have a win. Well, we sided with you, so why can't you side with us? It might just be fluff.
Or it could just be, hey, we agreed with that bill, so we signed it also. Come over here, vote for us.
Right, right. It could
Yeah.
be, yeah. It could be. We agree with that bill. Tomorrow we'll pass the Hispanic bill, and then we'll
Hmm.
pass the African American bill, and then we'll
Oh hell no.
maybe we'll pass a Caucasian bill. I don't know, maybe
No, no, no,
if we can ever flip the script on that.
no,
But
no.
maybe
Not
that's
gonna
the
happen.
intent. But maybe that is their intent. Maybe that
No.
it's just that generic that it's duh.
I truly believe that they feel they being politicians, depending on what side of the aisle you want to talk about. I truly feel that Democrats don't feel like they have to do anything for African Americans.
Well,
You're
right.
looking at
They've always felt that
85,
way.
yeah, 85
Yeah,
percent of the voting goes Democrat. 85% plus goes towards the Democrat anyway, so we don't have to do
sure,
anything for them.
sure.
Republicans, on the other hand, feel it's going to be hard to break that one. We don't have to do anything for them. Let's focus on all the others, the other
Sure.
demographics. That's what
But
I've been saying that for well over 10 years now.
but then what do you say for the people that are lockstep still supporting the same people who just use them?
Well, like I said earlier, when you said I don't like calling people stupid, and you said, well, they're ignorant people, and I said, well, some people are stupid.
Oh, so you're
You
saying
know?
that you're not saying all black people are stupid, dude. That's a
No,
big
I'm just
mistake.
saying people who took that party line. If you go back 20 years in politics and they still tote that party line, those are stupid people to me.
Yeah, and it's amazing too because I don't remember if you saw this, but they talked about a lot of the culture, even like Hispanic cultures, and
Yeah,
the God fearing culture is tends not to be democratic, but they if they belong to a race that precedes the religion. So if they're in a race, they go Democratic, regardless of whether Republicans support the God, country, whatever.
right.
So that's kind of weird that people have a lifestyle similar to the public or the Republican angle, and yet
Hmm.
still choose Democrat.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's like because they're
yeah,
talking about all the immigrants coming in. They're like most of those people are Catholic, and they believe in like Republican things. So
yeah. But let's look at it. There's a flip side to that. When people are not all, but people are migrating here. So what happens? They need assistance,
sure,
right? On average, they'll get more public assistance from the Democrats rather
right,
than the Republicans. So they're going to lean more that way. You
right.
get what
Of
I'm
course,
saying?
right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's my old. Republicans steal from the wars, and Democrats steal from social
Yeah.
programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's both their kiddies.
Yep.
You know, so I get it. So more likely, but they're both stealing everything anyway. So
Republicans are more like, hey, I'm an American, damn it. Let's go to war. Show these
right.
people what Americans do. Money, money, money.
Oh
Democrats are
wait. Hold
like,
on. I got to invest in this tank company over here. Hold on.
yeah, yeah. You gotta
Or
put it
wait. We
out
need to
there.
send my contractors over there because
Yeah.
they're really good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
man.
I trained them in my own mansion. Yeah, I did.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So
But
they're
yeah,
crooks. They're crooks from a
so
different kitty.
oh, absolutely. So with the anti-Asian bill, are you for it or against it?
Well, I really have to see what's in the bill. I mean, the concept sounds simple to say, yeah. I mean, it sounds easy to say, yeah, we shouldn't.
It does sound like a setup, right?
Well,
Because if
it
you say
sounds
you're against it, people will say, "Well, are you for Asian hate? Hate people hating on
right, right,
Asians, committing
right,
violence against Asians?" That's what it sounds like, but that's not the case. It's like you said earlier, to have a bill anti-hate bill for one demographic just doesn't seem right. There has to be a motive there, you
right.
know?
Well, that ties into what this new movement of liberals. I don't want to pick on liberals alone, but this whole like it's not enough anymore to be not racist. You have to be
Right.
anti-racist. You have to literally be against racism, which kind of, I guess I understand what they're saying, but it just seems a little hokey where, do we need a chip or a pin? Like, how do we get into the anti-racist thing if we're not racist? I don't know. It just seems that's the movement now. So that goes right into the angle you're talking about now. If you don't support the bill, you're going to sound like you want hate crimes against Asian people, like,
Right, right. And that's not
right?
the case. It's like, it should be. It's kind of like what people have been saying. Many people have been saying about Black Lives Matter. Oh, no, all lives matter, or Blue Lives Matter, or whatever matters, right? And it's like, okay, but on this anti-Asian hate, Republicans just and everybody's quiet, social media, whatever about it, they're quiet, right? And all of these Republicans who were saying this and that about Black Lives Matter, about all lives matter, where are they? Why aren't they saying, well, wait a minute, all hate matters? We should have an
Right.
anti-all hate bill or whatever however you want to phrase it.
Yeah, I think I
Or that
think there's
comes
an
back to
angle.
what we just
I
said.
think there's an angle we're missing here. I think there's definitely an angle we're missing because this
Oh,
sounds so
mm.
so obvious and unnecessary.
Isn't that American politics?
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, it's gotten worse. Though. I mean, it's gotten worse. Like before, we
Ah,
might have created something to benefit somebody, like even if it's just the politicians. But now this is like, who's benefiting from this really?
yeah, but I mean, it could be to the point where, like you said, now they're going to come out with another bill for Hispanics, then maybe African Americans, then maybe all others, then maybe Caucasian, and then generations and generations later, they're going to say, dude, why don't they just make a law that protects everyone?
Right.
You know,
And maybe that's the
our
angle.
kids. I don't know.
Maybe that's the angle because maybe just like we discussed, hate crimes. Okay, they had a hard time pushing hate crimes because we both believe it's. Why do you need a hate crime? Why does it need to have hate or anything in it? It's a
Yeah, the
crime. There's
crime
a
is a
reason you're
crime.
doing the crime, right?
Yeah, don't
So
add
maybe
emotion
this,
to it.
right? So maybe this is a foot in the door. So now they can do that. They can make the hate crime more of a thing,
No,
right? We got a
yeah,
hate anti-Asian hate thing. Why don't we just have a hate crime thing? Well, they
right.
couldn't pass it as a hate crime, or they couldn't. It wasn't gaining steam then, but now, because realistically, what is this? What is this bill going to stop?
Nothing.
I mean, and how do you do it? It just is it? How do you determine it? Is it just anytime an Asian gets assaulted, it's now a hate crime because it's
Yeah,
a
but like
race
I
thing?
said, yeah, because and you have to have a link to COVID.
I
You know
mean,
what
it's
I
kind.
mean?
Well, how do you get that link? It's kind of like the whole terrorist angle, right? If
Yeah.
there's no political motivation or any, it's just a whatever. It's a criminal.
Well, I think this is a hate crime. What is a hate crime? A hate crime is, well, I'm not going to go by the letter of the law. I'm going to make a joke here. A hate crime is you committing any acts of violence or crime against me. I'm walking down the street, you come by, you push me, you shove me, you steal my wallet. It's a hate crime.
Right. Even if I don't hate you.
Right. It's a hate crime. Right.
Right.
So now the anti-Asian bill is going to say any crimes committed against Asians is going to be a hate crime for Asians.
Right.
Yeah, it's COVID related. Everything's COVID related now.
Right. Well, I mean, wouldn't that
And
be
that's what I
something they'd
see.
have to prove though? Like, I mean, or they're just going to
Well,
assume that?
yeah, but how can you prove? Well, in some
That's
cases
my
you can prove.
point.
No, in some cases you can't prove the hate crime.
You
You
for
know what I mean?
sure.
You can, right? But for the most part, you can't because that's an emotion. You have to prove that that emotion was there based on
Sure.
race, and
Right.
it's hard to
Right.
do.
And usually that comes through way of confession mostly. I mean, there can
Exactly.
be history things, but even in history, let's just say you didn't like a certain group of people, but some guy something and you turn around and whack him, you don't even know who he looks like. I mean, that doesn't mean you did it out of hate. You might not even recognize who he was. Like, what
Right.
about the people who are half Asian, half white? Like, what
Oh,
about those people? Like, what are you doing?
you're going down a slippery slope now.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
who does it apply to? I mean, if I have Asian 2% Asian in my DNA, does that make me Asian? Like, what?
Well, if somebody says something bad about the vice president,
Right,
yeah, I don't like her because she helped bring COVID here. She's Asian, right?
right. Well, I
Yeah.
thought she's black. Oh, that's only when she needs to be. I got it. Got it.
Oh
Got
gosh.
it. Got it.
I wasn't going there.
I know, but I don't get two victim cards, so I have to give my children two victim cards. So
Mm. Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's right. That's right.
the white one doesn't matter though right now, so they
No,
can't be a
no,
victim.
no.
So
Oh, you'll
yeah,
never be the victim.
yeah,
At
well,
least not
no,
for a while.
no, at least not here either. So
Oh, you never know. You never know.
yeah, yeah, well, yeah, right. I see it coming,
Oh
but
yeah.
so we definitely we're suckered into agreeing with the hate crime bill because we'd be anti-hate or anti-hates.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would make us, but it's a
Well, I'm
stupid
not. I'm
idea.
not for the bill. So.
I think it's a stupid idea. It's unnecessary. I really would like to see what's in it that really makes it matter.
Hmm.
So I'm a little suspect like you. I don't understand why it would just fly through and everybody be so jumping on it unless
Yeah.
it's absolutely going to do something. So there's definitely an angle we're missing. So
Yeah.
I'm going to stay on the fence on this one. I'm initially against it. I think it's not necessary, but I want to see what's in it or what the intent is.
Yeah.
So,
Same here. Same here.
all right. Did we
Yeah.
pour out enough hate for that, Bill?
Yeah. I think we pulled the pin on that one.
Yeah, just hate politicians, but I don't hate all politicians. So it's not a politicianism. What would you call that? Hateism, politician. I don't know. Either way, I don't hate them all. There's some that actually I might like. Oh, he's not so bad. Either way, that's enough for that. So let's go into our favorite segment. Do whatever we want. Pull the pin, person of the week, whatever you want to call it. You got nothing? All right, I'll go first. If
I,
you wanna go?
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna go first because I saw something in the
Okay. That was. I
in
hope.
in the nasty Facebook threads. I hate Facebook as it is, fake book as they call it. I hate it. But I saw somebody throw a nasty post, and then I saw it firsthand today. Somebody was bagging on the homeless people out there, um, collecting money on the street, and I'm laughing because there's kind of some truth to it, but they're out there like begging for money right next to a store that has a help wanted on it. Like, so I don't know, I don't know what their scenario is, but it is kind of funny that, you're out standing on the street trying to get change when you could walk over there and get a job. Like, I don't know. Maybe you can't get a job. Maybe I'm just being a little ridiculous, but I just think the whole concept was kind of funny. And I actually saw some on the street today, family of three, please help. And right over there, help wanted. I was like, are you kidding me? So at some point, it's almost like the two neighbors, hey, I'm looking for a bike. And then the next post is like, hey, I'm selling a bike. And, they can't figure out how to get together. So, yeah,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know what this is. And I don't want to be unsensitive, but it is kind of funny to me that, there's an opportunity to get a job and you don't have to stand on the street. But hey, good luck to you. I hope you make enough money. Hope it's worth it. If not, there's an application over there.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know which part of that I want to pull the pin on, but
Right. Right.
yes.
um. I would say I want to pull the pin on some of the people in our communities who do not grasp the concept of it's up to you. And we talked about this before, right in the midst of COVID. Some people still don't want to get vaccinated for whatever reason. They don't want to do it. Some people are still rushing to get vaccinated for whatever reason they want to do it. They do it. But the people I still have a problem with are these people who feel if a business says, hey, you can come as you want to. You want to wear a mask, it's up to you. You don't, it's fine. But our employees will wear masks until they're vaccinated. Kudos to all of them who do that. The problem I have are the people who feel like they should do whatever it is that everyone else should do what they do. Whether it's wear the mask, whether it's get vaccinated, doesn't matter. I just can't stand it. Do you, as they said back in the past, right? Hey, do you. Be happy. But don't try to put your beliefs, your values, your morals on everyone else. That's not what this country is about. And that's what I want to pull the pin on.
Yeah. So I don't want you putting your values on me either, Mike, because that is all the time we have for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you come back. We hope you get involved. Just check us out at pullthepinready.com. Until then, Godspeed.
Hey, and pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.